Good evening, this is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghui Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. Mass rally to expedite Kuki-Zo political solution organized in hill districts. First session of 18 Lok Sabha begins with oath-taking of newly elected MPs. Leader of the House PM Modi first to take oath. Several charges. Synagogues attacked by gunmen in Russia. Priests and 15 policemen killed. News in detail. Today at 11 a.m., the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, organized a mass rally to expedite political solutions for the Kuki-Zo in Lamka town. The public gathered at public ground Hangtam Lamka, where the program was initiated. Pagin Hokip, Chairman ITLF, in his speech says that we the Kuki-Zo has been denied of all our rights, and we are living a hellish life on earth. We can't even go to our head offices at Imphal, and we have been denied of the benefits meant for us by the state government. All this shall not make us sad, no more, because these laws are the living proof that we are no more under the Manipur government governance. The way the Meitei had treated us without any speck of humanity proves that we can no longer live together with them, never again. Because we have lived too long under the Meitei supremacy, we have put so many sufferings upon us, he added. The only solution left for us to be delivered from the heinous Meitei mistreat is a separate administrations or union territory with legislature, and these have been our political demands since the beginning of the conflict, he further added.
Memorandum submit muntina yo chen yo siai Kuki-Zo chate chi voice cut o khanin yo ko di chi mu to ka wa dunya ki panahi in a bowling movie ichi jing
Muan Tombing, General Secretary ITLF, read out the memorandum to be submitted to the Prime Minister and Home Minister through the DC. The key features of the memorandum includes: it has been 1 year since the Kukis had suffered in the hands of atrocious Meiteis. However, proper security measures had not been taken for the Kuki-Zo in the fringe and vulnerable areas of their settlement. An example could be drawn from Ziribam area, where 2 Kuki-Zo men were abducted and killed by the Meiteis. One was abducted from his home in front of his kids, and his whereabouts still remain unknown. The Meiteis had burned the houses and settlement of the Kuki people both in the valley and certain parts of the hills, killing about 200 people and burning down more than 7,000 houses. Recently, several days back, the Meitei radical groups around Baitingo burned down 50 Kuki-Zo houses in Ziribam. They have completely blocked the transportation goods to Churchampur from Imphal over a year now. This has made resource scarce and insufficient for the Kukis. Even cotton balls are almost running out. Public development programs such as repairing and maintenance is also becoming impossible due to lack of resources, and hence all types of construction work becomes almost impossible due to lack of resources. The Meiteis had cut off public resources, even electricity, for the Kuki settlements. The Meiteis occupied the vacant houses of the Kuki, which were left deserted by the Kuki owners. Due to the communal conflict in the state, and the Meitei had recruited themselves in all the state jobs. The conflict had greatly affected the career of the tribal students, and many other important points were added in the memorandum. After the reading out of the memorandum, Pagin Hokip, Chairman ITLF, and Muan Tombing, General Secretary ITLF, signed over it, after which the offerings given by the public elder K. Vanlariliana, President MPC Manipur, said, blessing prayers for
We have been knocking on the doors of Delhi, but they bolted their doors. Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji denied us a meeting with him for 1 full year. Now, let us say, if he wants a solution to our problem, let him come to Lanka.
Pauline Lalhokip, Honorable MLA 59 Saikot, also gave a speech in which he says that the Prime Minister of India and Home Minister had overlooked our sufferings and mistreatment in the hands of the horrendous Meiteis for over a year now, without saying a word or delivering the slightest justice. Hence, no Kuki-Zo, CSO leaders, community leaders, and SOO leaders need not go to Delhi to have political talks with the central government. If they wish to talk about anything, let them come to us, he boldly added. He also urged the people to be unified in the strongest manner in our fight and demand for political solutions for separate administrations, UT, with legislature. Zang Manghokip, Vice President GIM, in his speech, asked why we are struggling in our fight for political solution, which he himself answered, saying, "It is due to the lack of unity within us. Our first step towards political solution is to be unified and stand together with the same principles." He also says that all the public had to be ready to fight for political solutions of UT with legislature. He says that the Kuki-Zo citizens might name themselves with different names, but they all die bearing the name Kuki. We may be internally separated, but our enemies will still kill us, no matter what we name ourselves. Hence, it is better to be unified and come together under the same name and same umbrella, he added. He also asks all organizations and MPs to not go on their own single-handedly when it comes to talk with the central government. All the leaders need to be unified and work together for a political solution, he added. Paunela Hokip, General Secretary Zomi Council, in his speech questions the leaders who is willing to push forward our movement at the cost of their lives. He also expressed his joy on how unitedly the public wants a separate administration. To get a separate administration, SOO leaders, CSO leaders, and community leaders need to have a strong resolve even at the cost of their lives, he added. He says that until and unless a political boundary is drawn for us in the Indian political map, we cannot call our land ours. To save our descendants from living under the rule of others, we have to fight till the very end for this separate administration. After showing our respects to the martyrs, he flagged off the rally.
Indian political nung chon lo dingin tuni un in imile ikama dingin zomi council thasangin tuni rally he kahonga flag of the ball he ke page.
After the flag of Presidential Council leads the rally from public ground along IB Road to Tedim Road till Wall of Remembrance to Ibung Peace Ground. After everyone gathered in front of the Wall of Remembrance, ITLF executive members submitted the memorandum to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah through the DC. It was followed by a closing prayer from Reverend Rose Infimate, President Mar Inpui. In the rally to expedite political solutions for the Kuki-Zo, various CSO, philanthropic organizations, student organizations, and all the MPs were present. An estimated number of 20,000 Kuki-Zo citizens joined the rally. Mensa may be mad that the son of victim El Mongpu's sons joined the rally seeking justice for their father. The little boy says that his father was abducted by a Rambai Tingle, gathered section Toiba from their house on the 6th of June right in front of his eyes. The little boy father says that he clearly saw the face of the guys who abducted his father, and he urged the government to seek justice for his family. His father was carried away by a Rambai Tingle with a gypsy. No information about him isn't heard till today, and if that, his body isn't delivered yet to this family.
Miss Yamlian.
Okay, we learned that your father got, abducted by the Rambai Temple.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
When was it?
June 6.
June 6.
Yes.
How do they abduct, or how do they take him away from your house?
We were going in our auntie homes and make electric, and my auntie's son drove us in our gate. After we get done from our from the scooty, Arambai come with their gypsy, and they ask my father drive. After he tell him by day, they take him away.
Oh, do you prove?
I saw him clearly.
Okay, clearly.
Yes.
He took away your father.
Yes.
After the rally ended successfully, Presidential Council of ITLF met with the media, where Pagin Hokip Chairman ITLF thanked all the participants of today's rally. Also, Muan Tombing requests all the Kuki-Zo citizens to bear in mind separate administrations UT with legislature under Article 239 of the Indian Constitution.
A rally to expedite political solution for the Kuki-Zo people is organized today, the 24th of June, by the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF. Thousands of Kuki-Zo people marched from public ground to peace ground to express and show their anguish towards the central government for neglecting the demands of the Kuki-Zo people. A memorandum was submitted to the DC of the district Darun Kumar by the CSO leaders of various organizations. We hope that this rally open the eye of the Home Ministry and the central government and deliver the political solution and justice that the Kuki-Zo people have been demanding for so long. No political solution, no rest. Reporting for
Thousands and thousands of Kuki, including women and children, took to street today, demanding political solutions for the Kuki in Kangpukpi district, chanting various slogans including "No separate administrations, no peace. Separate administrations, only solution. We want separate administration," etc. With the conclusions of the rally, a memorandum was also submitted by the leaders of Committee on Tribal Unity to Home Minister Amit Shah through the Deputy Commissioner at his office. The same rally was also organized at Tinopal district, with the participation of thousands and thousands of Kukis taking the streets. The rally organized to expedite political solutions for the Kuki-Zo people. The rally started off from Tinopal Community Hall towards DC office. The rally aimed to submit a memorandum to the Deputy Commissioner, but unfortunately he was not within the town, and as such, the memorandum was submitted to SGO on behalf of the DC. Thangmilin Mate, one of the leaders of Kuki in Tinopal, said that we the Kuki-Zo have a number of bureaucrats that we are able to govern ourselves without any assistance from Manipur government. He said, until and unless our demands are met, we will continue to organize different forms of agitations in the future as well.
You are not the son of India, Mr. Biren Singh.
Similar rally was also carried out at Chandil district organized under Chandil CSOs. The rally aimed to expedite the Kuki-Zo political solutions. During the rally, various slogans were chanted. Different placards were also held. The rally started at around 11 a.m. in the morning with the participation of at least thousands of Kuki-Zo in the area. Today at 4:30 in the afternoon, a customary book named Puton Paton, Customary Practices of Kuki, written by NCY Dongal, was released at Amy Times office, Bivengno. Chief guest Mangmin Thangangti, MCSDI Yocher Jampu released the NCY Dongal book Puton Paton. Customary Practices of Kuki and was dedicated by Reverend Ngamlin Tautang, Executive Secretary, CBCA. The writer writes this book with the purpose to hand down our customary laws and practices to the younger generations who are losing the grip towards our custom. This book will become a reference book for the future generations when they are model-headed about our customary laws. The book contains our customary laws about marriage, house building, war ethics and principles, and many more interesting contents. NCY Dongel, the author, in her speech says her motives behind her books and why it is written. She has studied the foundations of the book since 1992, but due to many unforeseen circumstances, it could be released only today, she added. The book price ₹400 and anyone interested might get a copy at Amy Times office, B Vangnum opposite to B Vangnum Community Hall anytime. The first sessions of the 18th Lok Sabha began today with newly elected MPs taking oaths as members of the House. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the leader of Lok Sabha, was the first to take the oath as a member of the House. Pro-Tem Speaker Bharchuhari Mahtab administered the oath to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This was followed by the oath of the panel of chairpersons appointed to assist Bharchuhari Mahtab in running the proceedings of the Lok Sabha until the elections of the Speaker. BJP MPs Radha Mohan Singh and Fagan Singh Kulasti took the oath as members of the chairperson panel. However, Congress MP Kesuras, DMK MP DR Balu and Sudip Bandyopadhyay of TMC skipped oath-taking proceedings as panel members. Later, Union Ministers Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Manohar Lal, Piyush Goyal, Jitan Ram Manji, Rajiv Ranjan alias Lalan Singh, Dr. Virendra Kumar, Kiran Rijiju, Chirag Paswan, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Annapurna Devi, and others took oath as members of the Lok Sabha. Union Ministers H.D. Kumaraswamy and Prahal Joshi took oaths in Kannada, while Dharmendra Pradhan and Jewel Oram took oaths in Odia. Another Union Minister, Sarbananda Sonowal, took the oath in Assamese, and Union Ministers K. Ram Mohan Naidu and G. Kisan Reddy took the oath in Telugu. Union Minister C.R. Patil took the oath in Gujarati. Union Minister Prataprao Jadhav administered the oath in Marathi, while Dr. Jitendra Singh administered it in Dogri. Union Minister Suresh Gopi took the oath in Malayalam, while another Union Minister, Sukanta Majumdar, took the oath in Bengali. Union Minister Durgadas Ukey took an oath in Sanskrit. The oath and affirmations of newly elected members are underway. Now, the MPs are taking oaths per the alphabetic orders of states and union territories. CBI has registered an FIR and started an investigation in connections with the alleged paper leak in the NEET-UG examination. According to the CBI sources, the FIR was registered on a complaint of the Director of the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education. Special teams have been formed by the CBI to investigate the matter. Special CBI teams are being sent to Patna and Godhra, where local police cases have been registered. The allegations in the FIR state that the NEET-UG 2024 examinations was conducted by the National Testing Agency (NTA) on the 5th of last month, and over 23 lakh candidates appeared in the examination. The complaint also states that certain isolated incidents occurred in a few states during the conduct of NEET-UG 2024 examination. The Education Ministry has requested the CBI to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the entire gamut of alleged irregularities. It includes conspiracy, cheating, impersonations, breach of trust, and destructions of evidence by candidates, institutes, and middlemen, including attempted irregularities. The ministry also requested the CBI to investigate the role of public servants connected with the conduct of the examination. CBI is also taking steps to take over the cases filed across the country in the matter for a comprehensive probe and to unearth a larger conspiracy. On Saturday, the Ministry of Education entrusted the matter of alleged irregularities in the NEET-UG examinations 2024 to CBI for comprehensive investigation. 2 CRPF personnel was killed in an improvised explosive device (IED) blast by Naxalites in Sukma district in Chhattisgarh on Sunday. The IED blast took place around 3 p.m. near Dimampuram village between Silgar and Tekalgudem camps in Sukma district of security forces over 400 km from Raipur, according to news agency PTI. The personnel from Commando Battalion 4 Resolute Actions, Cobra, 201 Battalion of the CRPF were going from Silgar to Tekulagudem camps on a routine patrol as a part of its road opening party at around 3 p.m. on Sunday on a truck and bikes, when the truck was blown up by the IED blast. The deceased were identified as Constable Sailendra, 29, and the vehicle driver Vishnu, 35. The bodies of the soldiers are being removed from the area and a search operation is on, police said. Meanwhile, in another incident, 1 Naxalite was killed in an encounter by District Reserve Guard personnel in Amshar in Kalari area in Dhamtari district. The team of DRG soldiers were out on an anti-Maoist operations in the jungle, during which an encounter took place. According to sources, several Naxalites were injured in the encounter. The encounter is still on with intermittent fire. A search operation is on, Superintendent of Police Anjaniya Versni said. Earlier in April, over 15 Naxalites, including 3 women, were killed in encounters with security forces in Chhattisgarh, Bijapur district. The Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) on Sunday launched a blistering attack on the DMK government over the hooch tragedy in Tamil Nadu's Kalakuruchi district, which resulted in the loss of over 56 lives, predominantly from the Dalit community. Addressing a press conference, the BJP national spokesperson Sambit Patra questions the silence of Congress and other India bloc leaders over the tragedy and also the complicity of the state government. Holding the state government responsible for the death of 56 people, the BJP termed it as a state-sponsored murder and asked why Chief Minister M.K. Stalin was not coming clean on the issue. When will he give statement over the death of so many people? Why did the collector deny deaths due to spurious liquor and try to deflect the issue? Was there any directions from the top leadership? He questioned. Criticizing the Congress for keeping mum on an issue of national importance, Patra questioned the silence of party president Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, and other members of the India bloc. This is a murder and not an accident. So many Dalits have lost their lives and still all are silent. This is just because the matter doesn't align with their political interests, he said. I don't want to distinguish between deaths based on caste. But the people who take out candle marches, those who fight for the rights of the Dalits, where are these peoples today? He asked. Notably, the tragedy unfolded in Karunapuram village, a Dalit-dominated area in Kalakurichi, where Illicit liquor led to the deaths of over 56 people, with many others critically ill and about 200 people still hospitalized. The BJP spokesperson further pointed to the long-standing operations of the illicit liquor business in Karunapuram and demanded answers for the alleged complicity between the administration's officials and those behind the illicit liquor trade. This business has been operating in the town for many decades and was known to everyone in the police and administration, he added. My question to Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is, are you complicit or not? Who will answer on your behalf? He said. When questioned on what action he expects from the Tamil Nadu government in the hooch tragedy that took more than 50 lives. Gunmen opened fire in 2 cities in Russia's North Caucasus region of Dagestan, targeting a synagogue, 2 Orthodox churches, and a police post, and killing at least 15 police officers and a priest, Russian media reported. This is a day of tragedy day for Dagestan and the whole country, Sergei Melikov, governor of Dagestan region, said in a video published early on Monday on the Telegram messaging app. In the city of Derbent, gunmen attacked a synagogue, home to a Jewish community in the predominantly Muslim region. Russia's state media TASS said the attackers also shot at 2 nearby Orthodox churches, killing a police officers and a priest. Footage published on social media from Durban showed a group of gunmen engaged in heavy fire with police. Officials say that the Durban synagogue was set on fire, and a clip from the scene appeared to show flames coming out of the building, which is listed as UNESCO Heritage Site. In a separate shooting, which occurred simultaneously, a group opened fire on police in Makachaka, in the capital of Dagestan, located about 75 miles north along the Caspian Sea coast. According to local authorities, at least 1 police officer was killed and 6 others injured. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attacks in the volatile region. We understand who is behind the organizations of the terrorist attack and what goal they pursue, Melikov said without disclosing further details. Russia's state media cited law enforcement as saying that among the attackers had been 2 sons of the head of Central Dagestan's Stergokala district, who is said had been detained by the investigators. Melikov said that among the dead, in addition to the police officers, were several civilians, including an Orthodox priest who worked in Durban for more than 40 years. 6 of the gunmen were shot and killed as the incidents unfolded, Melikov said. However, a Russian state news agency, citing the National Anti-Terrorist Committee, put the number at 5. It was not possible to independently verify the reports on how many people or gunmen were killed in the attacks. Russia's investigative committee classified the shooting as a terrorist attack and has opened an investigation. The restive region was in the 20s hit by an Islamist insurgency spilling over from neighboring Chechnya, with Russian security forces moving aggressively to combat extremists in the region. At least 42 people were killed in Israeli attacks on districts of Gaza City in the north of the Palestinian enclave on Saturday, the director of the Hamas-run government media office said. 1 Israeli strike on houses in Al-Sati, one of the Gaza Strip-8's historic refugee camps, killed 24 people, Ismail al-Tawabta told Reuters. Another 18 Palestinians were killed in a strike on houses in the Al-Tufa neighborhood. The Israeli military released a brief statement saying, a short while ago, IDF fighters jet struck 2 Hamas military infrastructure sites in the area of Gaza City. It said more details will be released soon. Hamas did not comment on the Israeli claim to have hit its military infrastructure. It said in a statement that the attacks targeted the civilian populations and vowed in a statement, the occupations and its Naxal leaders will pay the price for the violations against our people. Footage obtained by Reuters shows dozens of Palestinians rushing out to search for victims amid the destroyed houses. The footage shows wrecked homes, blasted walls, and debris, and just filling the street inside the refugee camp. Israel's ground and air campaign in Gaza was triggered when Hamas-led militants stormed into southern Israel on October 7, killing around 1,200 people and seizing more than 250 hostages, according to Israeli tallies. The offensive has left Gaza in ruins, killed more than 37,400 people, of whom 101 were killed in the past 24 hours. According to Palestinian health authorities, and left nearly the entire population homeless and destitute. More than 8 months into the war, Israel's advance is now focused on the last areas its forces had yet to seize. Rafah on Gaza's southern edge and the area surrounding Deir al-Balah in the center. Residents said Israeli tanks deepened their incursions into western and northern Rafah areas in the recent days. On Saturday, Israeli forces bombed several areas from air and the ground, forcing many families living in areas described as humanitarian designated zones to leave northwards. The Israeli military say forces continue precise intelligence-based, targeted operations in Rafah, killing many Palestinian gunmen and dismantling military infrastructure. On Friday, the Gaza Health Ministry said at least 25 Palestinians were killed in Mawasi in western Rafah and 50 wounded. Palestinians said a tank cell hit a tent housing displaced families. The Israeli military said that the incident was under review. An initial inquiry conducted suggests that there is no indications that a strike was carried out by the IDF, Israel Defense Forces, in the humanitarian area in Al-Mawasi, it said. 7 Islamic State IS militants were killed in 2 airstrikes on their hideouts in Salahuddin province, north of Baghdad, the Iraqi military said. Based on intelligence reports, Iraqi warplanes carried out 2 airstrikes on IS hideouts and a tunnel used by extremist militants in a mountainous area in the northeastern part of the province. According to a statement on Saturday from the security media cell, a media outlet affiliated with the Iraqi Zone Operations Command. According to initial reports, the airstrikes resulted in the killing of 7 IS militants, including a leading figure, the statement said, without specifying the timing of the bombing, Xinhua news agency reported. The security situation in Iraq has improved since the defeat of the IS in 2017. However, IS remnants have sneaked into urban centers, deserts, and rugged areas, carrying out frequent guerrilla attacks against security forces and civilians. A claim by Yemen's Houthi group on Saturday that its forces had attacked on the U.S. aircraft carrier Dwight D. Eisenhower in the Red Sea is false. 2 U.S. officials told Reuters that is incorrect. One of the officials said, speaking on conditions of anonymity. The Iran-aligned Houthis first launched drone and missile strikes in the key waterway for trade in November in what they say is solidarity with Palestinian militants in Gaza, where Israel has waged a more than 8-month war. In more than 70 attacks, the Houthis have sunk 2 vessels, seized another, and killed at least 3 seafarers. But U.S. warships have successfully intercepted almost daily Houthi attacks and repeatedly struck Houthis targets inside Yemen. The Eisenhower, which ended its deployment to the Red Sea on Saturday and will briefly reposition to the Mediterranean Sea, rushed to the region in the days following Hamas' October 7 attack on Israel. The Eisenhower carrier strike group protected ships transiting the Red Sea, Bab el-Mandeb and the Gulf of Aden, rescued innocent mariners against the unlawful attacks from the Iranian-backed Houthis, and helped to deter further aggressions, the Pentagon said in a statement. The Pentagon announced that the U.S. aircraft carrier Theodore Roosevelt CVN-71 will follow the Eisenhower, heading to Middle East waters once it completes an exercise in the Pacific. Earlier, the Houthi group said its forces had attacked the Eisenhower in the Red Sea and the operation has achieved its objective successfully, without elaborating. The group also said it attacked a commercial ship, Transworld Navigator, in the Arabian Sea. It did not say when the attacks took place. A Houthi statement said the Transworld Navigator took a direct hit from the missile. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.